They're cheering y'all on like y'all gonna get through this.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
You just right. You're in a 3-shot with us. Look at you. You look good in there. There it is.
Please begin with me, like Sharonda. You ready? Go.
But how are y'all doing today?
Good.
Living the dream, sister. How about yourself?
Doing good. I can't complain. I woke up this morning. That's all that matters.
Oh.
But look, I saw this at TIFF. I'm so happy it's finally coming out because I really love that this film really challenges like how we see gender, you know, how we see masculinity. And I wanted to know for the both of you, after participating in this project, has it changed how you view masculinity in the world?
I don't know if it changed me. I think I was already on this path with regards to, I don't know, even the way people would respond to Randall on This Is Us in terms of his ability to share his feelings openly with people instead of having to have sort of a mask of stoicism. I think that for me, being a man, like vulnerability is stronger than anything else. And so sharing yourself as fully as possible, allowing people to be their authentic selves in your presence is probably the greatest way of showing someone love. I think I was on that path. This movie just helped me even further along.
Yeah, you were there. Sterling was sweet and involved walking through the door. For me, I think I grew a lot in this process. You know, as a straight cis man who grew up in the South, I certainly had mores that were certainly ingrained in me.
Yeah.
I was very interested in exploring male intimacy on screen. I've done that with quite a few projects, but never really to this degree. Mm-hmm. But I quickly came up across my own limitations and my own blind spots as a writer of this film, because I started writing it on my own. And that's when I brought it to Mel Eslin, who's, you know, our co-writer, our director. She runs my company. And so she had this wonderful perspective of this sort of science nerd who's also a queer woman who brought all those perspectives and rounded it out. But then she herself ran into her own walls and blind spots. And then we were able to bring in Zachary Drucker, who has produced with us and worked with us a lot. And she brought this sort of trans female perspective to this thing that we hadn't considered before. And then we're having these conversations with Sterling about being a Black man who's growing up in communities that has its own different flavors of homophobia. And so for me, it just made me realize more and more that the more I double down as an artist and being less certain and being more open about what people can bring to the experience, the better the stuff gets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did that with the response. Okay. And shout out to men being vulnerable. I'm here for it. But I mean, also too, I like that there's this physical change, but then there's like an emotional and spiritual change that happens with both of your characters. And it kind of makes me think, like, you think of people as they get older, they say it's harder to get people to change their ways. And I want to know for the both of you, like, how are you making sure that you're constantly evolving, that you're constantly like trying to become even better?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I think this profession is a facilitator in that. Like, hopefully you can't play a character and judge them at the same time. So you step into somebody else's shoes and try to walk around and figure out what is it like to be that individual. And you sort of shed whatever biases you may have had towards someone like that in order to play them, right? I think that it's been an incredible growth tool for me being an actor. And I'm sure as a writer and a creator, that probably even goes a step further for you.
There's definitely all that stuff. And then two big things for me, I'm just sort of an avid reader and taker in of audiobooks. And the more I just listen to and read things and be open to different perspectives, that helps me. And that's how I'm actively doing it. And then I am fortunately and unfortunately the father of 15 and 11-year-old girls. So I am constantly having every notion I have of what it means to be a good human and good father upended and blind spots continually thrown in my face. So I got a natural system.
Going through it. 15 and 11?
15 and 11. Mine are 11 and 7. I got 2 boys, so it's a little bit of different sort of sauce.
I'm gonna pray for both of y'all, okay?
We need it.
Look, I just want to thank y'all so much for taking time out of your day to speak with me. I'm just sending so much love and light both your ways. I just hope you have a great day.
Rhonda, thank you so much. Appreciate that background, sister.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gotta stay in a theme, okay? It had to come correct.
Take care.
Say hi to Atlanta.